What's up guys, my name is Ankit. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we are working on the Camry. We are finally installing an amp to the car. Last video we installed the speakers, the kickers. And if you guys want to check that video out, go in the description down below and click the link. It'll take you to the video where we installed the speakers. It's a step-by-step process, plug and play, super easy. All the links for the parts are also in that video. But today we are going to install this amp. It's a plug and play as well, super simple from Beat-Sonic. This is the ENA2T3 system. And on this system, you can put the amp behind the infotainment system. You don't have to run any wires. It's plug and play, super simple, and this will take your speakers to the next level. So let's get into the video and I'll show you guys step by step how to install this amp. Alright guys, so this is the system. It's from Beat-Sonic. It's the number ENA2T3. I'll leave the link to the product down below. This came in my mail in like 2 days. But in the box, you're going to get the amp itself, premium quality. You get adhesive tape, which you can use to stick it behind this infotainment system. You get the wiring and you get the instructions. But let's take the system and let's get inside. Also for this system, you would need a trim removal tool and a 10 and 8 millimeter. All right, guys, so over here, you'll have to remove this part, this section, then we'll remove this section. That will give us access to removing this climate control. Then we'll remove this plastic frame and then the screen. I believe there's 2 bolts behind this. So let's get into it. Let's start removing this part. It'll be better if you have a trim removal tool. Just put it up there, pry it up, and just pull it out slowly. It has 3 clips. Make sure you don't break them. Make sure it is attached to the trim. Next, we're going to remove the start and stop button. So to remove this, I figured on the right bottom corner, you just have a little gap and you just pry it out. Once you have this out, you will have a wiring that you can remove or leave it. I'm going to remove just so it's clean. It basically has a clip on this side. You just press this and pull it out. Next, let's remove this panel. To remove this side, I came to the passenger side. I'm gonna just go on behind this, pull it out, and just like that, the whole trim comes out. Make sure you have all your clips and put it aside. So now we're gonna remove this side. We're gonna take our trim removal tool on the passenger side. Gonna go all the way in there and just pull it out. And once you have this trim out, this is separate from your screen. So just make sure this trim comes out and your screen is still in there. Once you have all this trim out, we're going to remove this climate control system. It's the same clips. It's attached with, I believe, 4 on each side. So just be careful. And then we're going to remove these wirings. So this one has a clip on the top. You just press that, pull it out. This one, it's on the bottom. So you just press that, pull it out. And you can remove this as well, and which will give you a lot more space to work. So I'm going to remove this and put this aside. Get a towel so you don't scratch your screen. All right, so we got our towel to put the screen over here so it doesn't scratch. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 10 millimeter bolts. So we're just going to take these out and we'll remove the screen. Okay, once you have those 4 bolts out, the screen are just holding on with clips, and there are some hooks on the bottom. So you will have to lift it up a little bit, pull it out, and then you can drop it down. So this is how the wiring harness looks like. And we have to plug in into this one. and over here. Okay, so I removed these two wires. There's just clip on the top that you just press here on both of them and it'll come off. If you want, you can remove these wires. I didn't have to. I just used my trim removal tool, get in there and remove both the clips. But let's go to the amp and we are going to do the wiring, which is just plug and play and install the amp. This is the wiring you get. And this goes on the ground. So we'll use 8mm, unscrew that. We'll put that ground over there. This big one goes on the gray. So just make sure you line it up properly. And once you hear a click, you're good. I am going to remove this paper, but this goes back where your factory side was. Just hear a little click. You're good to go. Then this goes on the back, on your black plug. You will hear a click. You're good to go. Then this one goes here on your system. And now all you have to do is take a 8mm and put the ground on one of these screws. So let's do that. Let's remove the ground. Screw that in there and I'll get back to you. So I just realized that you don't have to remove the whole screw. You can just take it out a little bit, slide in the ground wire and tighten in your bolt. And you should be good to go. Once you have everything plugged in over here, you have your ground plugged in, you will have the other side, which has two connectors, which go directly into these two slots. So basically the gray goes on the gray side, the white goes on the white side. Let's plug that in and I'll show you where to mount this. So we have the wiring set in and I was going to mount this, but this side goes in the back. So what I'm gonna do is turn on the car, make sure my gains are good, rear and front and rear. And then I'm going to mount this right in there. There's a little space up there and it fits perfectly in there. So we're gonna adjust the gains, and on the gains, you just gotta make sure like as high you can go. But as soon as you start hearing crackling, that's where you know you went too high. So just lower it down a little bit and you should be good. Okay, so we're just gonna plug back our power source. Plug back the power source, then adjust the gains. Then we're gonna mount this back there. All right, guys, so I just checked the gains for my system and I believe like about 60%-ish is good for my system. And this is going back in there. So this is going to be sitting up there. And I believe like the system doesn't really need a double-sided tape because it's like a perfect fit. So it's just in there. And now you can put everything back in. So first we're gonna start with the screen and then we'll do the side trim, which goes on top of the screen as well. Then we'll do these sides. Then we'll do the bottom. Oh, we have to do the bottom first. Okay, now let's put the screen back in. Okay, just like that, the system is back there, screen is in place, everything looks good. Also, don't forget you have 4 bolts under here. You have to put those on before you put everything on. Now, we are going to put our climate control and then we'll put this trim on. Then we're going to put this trim, then on the sides, and that'll be it. Also, guys, when you are putting back everything, make sure everything is plugged in. So this has 2 plugs, plus it has a clip that's holding one of the switches. And this goes in just like that. Okay, so our climate control is plugged in. Just gonna push this in and that is it. It's holding in properly. Now we're gonna take our trim for the screen and we're gonna put this in there. Now this part goes in, it just slides in from the bottom first and then we're gonna just clip it in. Make sure it's all the way in. and you're good to go. Then we can put our start and stop button. I'm gonna start from the bottom, and that's it. It's all the way in. That's good. And now we only have this one trim left. Okay, now let's put this one last trim, and that is all. We should be good to go, and our screen should boot up right away. And just like that, guys, we installed an amp. We have the new speakers. If you guys want to see the video for the speakers, it will be down in the description. And yeah, that is it. It looks like stock. And this amp is low powered, so it won't hurt your Camry battery. All right, guys, so we are done. We just finished installing the amp, and it was super simple. As you guys saw, plug and play, don't have to run wires, don't have to find a place to install the amp, no drilling, no slicing, super simple. This solution is great from Beat-Sonic because it is a small amp and your Camrys are all hybrid. So you don't want to be running a big amp and having issues with your hybrid system. That's why I went with this amp. And when I installed my kicker speakers, I felt like the volume, the sound was clear, but it lagged bass. It had no bass. I increased the bass from my screen, from the settings, and it was fine for a while. But I felt the bass in the speakers on my windshield was way higher than the bass on my doors, which was a no-go. So I bought this amp. I was looking online and everyone was telling me to not get an amp on these Camrys. If I do get an amp, get a smaller powered amp, which Beat-Sonic is making. But if you guys are interested in this product, go in the description, purchase it. Comment down below what you guys think about the video and what should I do to the Camry. I am thinking about changing this screen because I have the SE model with a smaller screen. I want to change that. I want to add some heated seats and cooling seats. So that'll be a good video. Also, I do want to add some ambient lighting, but I don't want to add some strips. I want to change some trims and add some lighting. But I hope you guys like this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.